everyone, welcome back to my channel. Carol here at Oak House Journals, and another quick video showing another of the friendship journal pages that I was lucky enough to receive this year as part of my friendship journal swap that I've been doing behind the scenes. So this is the last one in my small friendship journal, but I do have a larger friendship journal with a couple of entries in there still to show. So I hope you've been enjoying this series. We're well over halfway through, but I do have a few more pages that I will be sharing over the next couple of days. So this lovely little cute one came from Alison Hutchings. Now Alison, if you don't know Alison, she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she is on Instagram, and earlier on in the year I used one of Alison's journals, beautiful journals, as part of my rack giveaway. So let me show you this little one. In terms of measurements, it is 10.5 by 16 or 4 1/8 by 6.5. So an absolute little cutie, and I love it. Very rustic looking, but very, very gorgeous. So first off here we have a couple of pockets. She's used obviously the edge of a tray cloth or a napkin, probably a tray cloth, and you've got the lace from the edge just peeping around the pocket. There is a pocket here which is layered up with some script. This looks like a TF label, and then there's a tiny little printed tag in here. This has obviously been stamped on, and she's used a little piece of paper for the tag topper, tied with a little piece of thread. And then this is just all decoration at the back of the pocket. And then here, if I take this out, you can actually see where the fabric is, and then she's made this pocket and stuck it over the top. Then another simple craft tag with some, it looks like either well dyed sari silk or maybe some vintage fabric. And she's obviously tied it round, as you can see, with a little bit of craft coloured twine or thread, a stamped image ripped and glued on there, and some grid paper on the back. Very, very lovely, isn't it? So that goes in that pocket. There's a tiny little snippet of lace here with a mother of pearl button, some more vintage document here. I mean, this is just perfect for me. Alison obviously knows my love of vintage papers, and this looks very Florentine, this paper on here. This is obviously a die cut in craft paper that Alison has used, and then she's stuck on top some Florentine type paper. Maybe this is part of one of Roxy's or Roxy Creations, Rachel's digikits possibly, or maybe Medieval Mirage. It looks like a digital page, and that she's used inked and stuck on there, but lovely. And then backed on the back, like I like to do, with a piece of vintage document. So that goes in this pocket at the top here, and the craft card just complements all these antique papers just perfectly, doesn't it? And then this flips open, and there is a little bit of layering here, and some stamping and a TF label stitched all round, inked obviously. And then again this beautiful piece of vintage document. Oh, absolutely gorgeous, Alison. I mean, we discussed this when you first sent it, and you knew how much I loved it when I first saw it, and I'm still appreciating it now, seeing it again. It's absolutely lovely. So that closes up like that, and then when you go inside, again, brown paper inside. We've got a big pocket here with, now I'm not sure how Alison has done this, whether it's tea staining, coffee staining through a stencil or not, but it's as you can see, I think that's probably how she has done it. But it looks very, very vintage, almost medieval again. And then a little bit of tatting at the top and some linen just stitched under the main stitching that goes all around the tag. Grid paper on the back. Here we have one of the Sizzix Tim Holt die cuts in dark brown cardstock, a little piece of tape at the bottom, a TF label, and then this gorgeous, gorgeous lace here that she's made a very rustic looking pocket. Let me take those pieces out. A very rusticy looking pocket. There's some hand stitching there to form a hem or an edge on the pocket to reinforce it. Tiny little tag here, very delicate, cut in paper, and some of the thread used to tie off that little tag. And then she's just included in that pocket a couple of little hexagons like you use in patchwork. So that was a nice idea. And as you can see, inside she's trapped in a piece of vintage paper and some music paper. So that is a lovely, lovely idea. And that goes, or they go rather, in that pocket there. And then behind here, you can see the whole piece of document, and it does look a vintage document. This doesn't look like a print at all. This beautiful collage tag with some vintage lace, some more tatting, a little vintage button on there with some book page behind, a ball pin with a paper tag. Again, these are very, very delicate. And then one in a darker brown paper on a ball pin, as I say. And let me just trap that with my thumb. Some paper here that she's used as the tie with some netting or tulle, and another piece of tatting there. And flipping it over, beautiful, beautiful document again. This is just absolutely gorgeous and my thing 100%. I really do love it, and I keep on promising myself I'll do a medieval style journal with some beautiful illuminated script and images. Medieval Mirage do some fabulous ones, so I keep on thinking, oh, I'll go over there and treat myself one of these days. So here we've got an envelope that Alison has made, and again she's used the same patchwork hexagon ideas on the front there, which is really nice. Stitched round them this time. These were hand stitched, and then she has stamped on this one, and these are made from various book pages, craft sheet, music sheet. She's done a little bit of collaging or layering underneath because there's, as you can see, some grid paper at the bottom, and then some more of this tray cloth or napkin. And then it's a plain craft envelope, and then inside is a piece of paper like so. And again, I think this might be one of Rachel's digiprints, if not maybe Roxy, if not Roxy's, then maybe Medieval Mirage. But absolutely lovely, on quite aged looking tea stained paper or coffee stained paper. But it is just in keeping with the rest of the Friendship Journal page. And then the closure is behind this little tiny envelope, and inside is a TF label saying balance 21st of September 18, so that would be 1918. So that is lovely. It's all in keeping, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous little envelope. I adore these envelopes. We all do, I think. I'm not sure whether I love seeing them in journals as much as I love making them. I'm really addicted to making these little tiny envelopes. So that goes in the back pocket there. And then just turning it over to the back page, there is this absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous piece of lace. I'm just going to try delicately or gently to put my finger up underneath. As you can see, it's some very delicate netting with some embroidery over the top, and Alison has made a pocket there. And again, the vintage document goes right through across the back. Absolutely gorgeous. and I adore this lovely little friendship journal page. So a massive thank you, Alison. I thanked you when I received it. I'm thanking you again because it's still giving me joy and pleasure looking at it. And it's an amazing piece of work. It just all comes together and flows beautifully, even down to the washi tape that she's used down the side there. All ties in and flows beautifully, and 100% my kind of thing. So thank you so much for sharing this with me. And thank you everybody for letting me share it with you. I hope you've enjoyed it, seeing this little friendship journal page as much as I've enjoyed sharing it with you. Take care everybody. Bye bye now.